And for an in-depth look into mental health, I'm now joined by Adrian Lim from Family Counseling Psychologist. Adrian, welcome.
Welcome again. Thank you.
So, Adrian, we often talk about the importance of having self-awareness, especially when it comes to our mental health, to be able to identify the trigger points. But some may have trouble doing that. So is it possible to self-analyze and say, yes, I do have a problem and I do need professional help?
Oh, yes. The first part of awareness and admission, right? And sometimes we are in denial, right? And that will affect how we actually see the world, right? From the lenses when we are tied down, right? But it's important to know where our mental health starts, right? And a friend asked me this question over the weekend. Yeah. And her answer was, it starts in the womb. Because the mother's every part of whether how she feels, what she eats, decision fatigue, and all that, if he's stressed, the child in her womb will be affected. And I've seen many cases when I trace back, right, to the pregnancy, to the early childhood years, all these builds up, right? And also because when the mother gives birth, through the natural birth, they would actually have microbiota being passed on, which is the immune system that's passed on to the child. And many people would not know this, but our gut microbiome that starts from the mouth all the way down to our gut is our second brain. Yeah. And that's where 90% of the serotonin is being produced. Yeah. And when we eat all the ultra-processed food and we don't eat healthily, what will happen? We mess up our gut and we are not able to have the serotonin, the dopamine, and all the other neurotransmitters. So there's this brain-gut axis that is so important. They work synergistically to help us feel good, be good, and do good.
That's such an interesting point. It all starts from the moment that you're in the womb. Yeah. So whatever that the mother goes through, it really affects the child as well.
Yes.
And so going back to this, if someone realizes that he or she is having an issue, how can they seek help? And can you actually share some examples?
The key is to have a strong support system already. The loner, the person who is keeping to themselves, they are less able to have someone to support them or someone even to notice them there is something wrong and to check on them. So isolation, loneliness is a killer for mental health, right? So it is so vitally important that we stay connected. And the Harvard study of human development, the happiness study, that is already 6 years old, right, have already very clearly said the single most important key factor is social connection and strong social connection. And that is so vitally important, plus learning coping skills over the years. But these all are formed in the family, and parents play a key role. But when marriages are affecting the parenting, that where many of my clients who are teenagers, young adults, even in their middle ages, when they look back, all those things has affected them, right? The lack of strong bond, lack of physical touch, like in the
story
you heard,
that we saw from
it's so important. The 5 love languages that we need, hug, touch, words of affirmation. Yeah. How many times we scold more than we affirm a child, right? So it's critically important that we take care of our health, clearly work through, get support in the community, be genuine, be open to the possibilities so that we are better able to manage. Not to mention there's also sleep is very important, right? 1/3 of every population will have sleep apnea. Okay. And this is a serious issue. There's breath work, there's movement, there's stretches, eating smart to help the microbiome be the best.
All right.